Oh man. Yeah, I don't know. Bart should be here any minute. Yeah, I'll let you know when we're done. I'll come up. Okay. Man, I'll tell you what, let Bart handle the stream and I don't know where he's at. I'd like to get this thing going on time for a change. Well, let's I don't know if there's anything I can do. I should have brought me a pop down. Dadgummit. Oh, well, shoot. Yeah. He'll show up here. Oh, there he is.
Hey.
Yeah, I just been sitting there waiting to go on the air.
It says we are live.
When?
It says we're live right now. But
I've been sitting. Oh well, don't play back the replay. Whatever.
We can edit it later.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Pinball Joe. The fun with pinball. Yeah. Hanging out with Greg. Let's see. We got some chat. Well, we already got some people here. Mr. Postile and
Pierre's here.
Yes, Pierre. I was trying. The way we've got the colors, the green on the black. Okay, I can start to. I can see the text good. I just can't see the names, but I'm starting to zoom in on it now.
Okay.
Pierre, Kelly, Postile, Tofu, AU.
Oh yeah, Tofu's here.
Yeah. And Hollywood Polo.
He's putting the hot dogs on there.
Yeah.
I can make that. Let me see something here. I can make that text.
Oh, right there, just right in there somewhere. That's perfect. Wow, what a big difference.
How's that? Look at that.
Beautiful.
That's
a beautiful
fancy
thing.
Right there.
Java's Game Hut says, "Good evening, Wizards."
Hey, Java, how's it going?
Hey, everybody. Hey,
Java from across the pond. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I can change that text color on the chat. I didn't see a thing for that.
You want to show it? It's fine. It's absolutely fine. Just to let you know what's going on in the background. I put a vehicle for sale today, everybody, on Facebook Marketplace. And my Facebook Messenger has been blowing up. And I don't know, maybe I'm not asking enough, but I got people, and I got some poor guy promised him that he could come see it right about the time this show gets over. So if he shows up a few minutes early, Bart's going to handle it. I'm going to have to skedaddle. But I'm getting people, I got cash in hand. Screw that guy. I'll come get it now. And I already promised this other guy I'd wait. So my computer over is going to ding every time somebody sends me. I tried to mute it as much as I can, but it's crazy. I mean, every Tom, Dick, and Harry, which I should be glad, but some of the people are like questionable. You know, you get those people that you think like, you send me $300 to pay shipping company, and once I get it so I can ship it to you, then I will send you the money and you can send me the title. I'm like,
that's what I was just gonna say, Greg. I'll pay you $3,000 more than you're asking if you just send me $1,000 for the shipping first, and then I'll. You know, my boy Jason, he sold a truck when he was in college, and he sold it through Facebook Marketplace, and the guy called him. And he's like, that he gave him that, or texted him, and he texted him that scam deal. Yeah, you send me $1,000 and I'll give you $3,000 or $4,000 over what you're asking. And Jason just wrote back, how often does that work? And the guy said, you'd be surprised. It's like just ballsy. Yeah. People fall for it all the time. He knew he wasn't going to get Jason with it, but he's like, yeah, it happened. And then after the fact, he's like, I thought about it. Should I call the cops and give them the number? But I'm sure it's a burner phone. You know, they're not going to have anything to trace him by.
I called the cops on something similar to that one time. And they said, what do you want us to do about it? Really? I mean, you know, they were like, you know, it'd be the way he, finally, I knew the police chief out here. And I went and talked to him later. I said, what's up with your cops? Well, he says, he says, we're a small town. He says, it'd have to be really bad, and then you'd have to call the FBI and get their cyber people involved. And he says, they're working on bigger stuff than your $3,000 pickup truck you're trying to sell. They don't give a shit. They said they're looking, they're looking for bigger. They're looking for Epstein.
Yeah. I don't think anyone's looking for Epstein. Well, I think I told you. Remember back when our car got stolen, and they found it, and then Kelly put on rubber gloves because there was a shit ton of stuff in the car that wasn't ours, including like drink bottles that, they could swab for fingerprints or DNA off the lip or something. And I called the cops and said, "Hey, we have all this bagged up." And they said, "We won't do anything with it."
Yeah.
I'm like, "What?" And they said, "You could tie San Antonio because that's where they found the car. They might do something with it, but we won't do anything at all with it." Yeah. So I just threw it in the trash. I'm like, whatever. They're not going to go after the dude. But hey, Joker's here too.
Joker, the unique Joker, which I finally texted us and told us, or somehow he told us here what had happened. You guys, I think it was you and Poe figured it out.
Yeah. Yeah. YouTube's changing people's names and stuff, and some people get numbers added behind it. Some people's stuff, it's wacky. But it's the same Joker. Been with us for a long time. So,
well, I might as well get this out of the way real quick. The tournament is on. I was going to do a video for the show tonight, and again, I get interrupted with people wanting to come by and see the truck and other things I had to do. So I will try to have a video for next week. But we are playing Pinball M, Duke Nukem. Put that in your favorites so you can find it, because they are making those codes to find it longer and longer and longer. Just put it in favorites and then search your tournaments for favorites. And the password is always all lowercase G.Parker. And Hollywood Polo says Greg has it on like Donkey Kong. And that is right, sir. So it started about 2 hours ago, and it's run for 7 days. So it should end just a couple hours before the show next week, which will give me time to get it set up. So anyway, there you go. Have some fun. And I did really crappy, so setting it up. So get on there and play it. You got a good chance of being in the top scores there.
Whoops. Oh, look, I missed all that time, and I typoed in tournament. Tournament. Tournament.
Yeah, I think people know what it means.
There we go. There.
Now, did you put the password in there?
Oh, that's what I was going to put. Oh. G.Parker.
Now, just so you know, for any of you guys that are kind of lightweights out there, that Duke Nukem on Pinball M has got some language in it. So I'm going to let you know that. I didn't realize how much language it had in it until I played the first game to get it started. I said, whoa, hey, that's the Pinball M for sure. Now, something I'm going to bring up, and I don't know how it happened. I don't know, and I wish I'd had time to research it, but those ones that just came out on Pinball M and Pinball FX, which was the Doom, and I don't know, there's a pack of a few of them. I forget which. I know one of them was Doom. One of them was
Fallout,
right.
Skyrim.
Well, I had bought those on Pinball FX3, I believe. I think these came out. But all I know is I got on my Switch, and I went to the Switch store, and it says Pinball M, and it listed those, and it says, you've got a free download. So I went to Pinball M, and I went to Pinball FX, and it let me download both for free with no explanation. But then I logged in as Cheryl and it said I wanted to look at them and it wouldn't give them to me for free. So it must have something to do, not with the fact that you're a previous, which I give hands up and hats off to those guys for making you not double dip to get them.
Right now, on Steam, Derek pointed out, unfortunately for me, it was after I already bought them, but if you had purchased them on Steam for Pinball FX3, you could get the Legacy pack for half price. So you could get them for 50% off, $7.50 for the pack. I paid the full $15, and it's even worse because Derek posted it in Discord before I came out here and bought them. But I was doing other stuff, and I said, you know what, I'm going to go buy those tables just in case. And then I came back in and checked my phone. I'm like, fuck. I could have. I mean.
So what you're saying is Derek wasn't courteous. He wasn't nice enough to let you know a couple hours earlier.
Yeah, he could have called me and said, dude, I know you're going to buy these eventually. But no, he just said, I'll put it out randomly and hope that he sees it.
Yeah.
Polo got it for half off. Yeah. It was sweet, he says.
It was sweet.
Yeah, that is a good deal.
I saw that for the Switch 2. I was extremely happy. You know, I never did check to see. I set up a tournament on the Switch 2. One of the games, just because I was happy about it. Put it on Discord, but the only person I remember the last time I logged in was Bart had jumped in there.
Yeah, I think it was only me and you last I saw it.
And I was kicking his butt.
You were. You were. I couldn't beat your score you posted, and then you got a better score after.
I'll tell you what, I was on a roll, and that table is tough. What was I playing? It was Doom, wasn't it?
I don't remember.
See, now you know. You guys know. Everybody knows now they're watching a show with two old guys.
Right.
I couldn't tell you what game they were playing 12 hours.
We can't even remember. Let's see. It is. It just says the leaderboard. Oh, hold on.
You know, that's something too. I wish I could fall out. Okay. I wish. You know, one of these days I got to try. You and I got to try to get a hold of Lars from over Zen Studios, because I got some questions for him. And one thing is, and I don't understand, is how come At Games can put their leaderboards on a web page, but Zen Studios can't.
Right.
You know, it's got to be a simple thing where you put up a website, which they've already got, and link the high scores to it. And I mean, of all things, At Games can do it. And Zen's works with At Games. Matter of fact, let's just bring this up. Ed, everybody watches Digital Victory, and I'd like to recommend him. Matter of fact, I got a new list from Bart that had already set up this show before I got it, but I'm going to update in my channel, our friends in our description. And you ought to check out Digital Victory, but he bought a Zachariah table and did a video on it, right, Bart?
Well, it was part of his videos or tables that came out recently. You know how he does that multiple thing?
Well, you go ahead and tell him what you found out. It's
yeah, he did his new table releases in the month of February, like he does, and he'll highlight several tables. And one of them, I'm almost positive, was Fathom EM Plus. But Fathom is a regular game, so I don't know. But I couldn't find it on my Zachary, and I don't know if it's exclusive to the At Games tables. But the new VPX Kiss table is sweet. It's been so long since I played VPX. Matter of fact, I noticed just earlier today that my icon over here for VPX is gone. It's just a generic icon, like the program's gone. So I got to see what happened. But I know he put a lot of stuff out there. But I'm wondering if that is. I got to double check Ed's video and see what table that was. But I don't remember playing that one. And I went and looked to see if a new pack came out, and I missed it. But I couldn't find it. So, and as a reminder, the ticker down here has the Pinball M Duke Nukem, and password is G.Parker. But remember, this is not everybody can play on any console or whatever except for the Switch, because they don't let interplay between the Switch and everything else.
And see, that's the second question I've got for Lars. One, can we get a web page to look up those things? And two, let's straighten out the Switch situation, because we got a lot of friends out there that want to play on a Switch, and we're not running a tournament that we're so picky about. I'm sorry, your graphics weren't quite as good as the graphics on the other one or whatever, because who cares? We're all just having fun.
Right.
I see Megan got here. I don't know if we recognize that. Megan's here, and
Megan is here. I put her chat up, but you were talking, so I didn't want to interrupt and say hi to Megan.
My bad.
Pierre says, where do we enter this tournament? On which site? You just got to have Pinball M on anything except for the Switch.
Xbox,
PlayStation, Steam or Epic. Well, we shouldn't say that. Also, you can't on VR. So if you have it in VR, you can't join the tournament either. But VR doesn't have any tournament, so that's easy to remember. But just load up Pinball M. You have to have the table, Duke Nukem, and then just look for tournaments. And Pinball M does have a pretty good selection thing. When you go into tournaments, you can tell at which tables you're wanting to look for. Right in the list, you can say all tables, or it just lists all the tables, and you can just only select the table you want. You don't have to do the favorites thing. You can just choose the table you want, and then
it'll narrow down how many people are.
Table. Yeah, because when you did your one on the Switch, I looked and there were like 3 for that table, so it was easy to find the one. So you look for the one that was done by G.Parker, and that's the one you want to join. But yeah, you just got to have Pinball M on any console that's not called Switch. Yeah.
See, the way it's originally designed is there's a code that I can give you, and you can type that code in. Well, that code is like, now it's grown to like, I don't know, 10, 15 characters. And it's just really a pain in the neck to type them in. So Bart first found out that if you just find out what the table is and favorite it, then you on Pinball FX, you just tell it, search for tournaments that I've got of favorite tables. We'll just favorite that one table, and it'll show, it narrows it down. Well, as he said, now on M, you can do that. So it just makes it easier to find the tournament set up by G.Parker, and then you just use the password that we got down below to log in, and you're golden.
Yeah. And Pierre, if you look for Pinball M on Steam, if you don't already have it, the program itself is free. So, and what does it come with? Does it come with a table? Elder Gods, maybe? I think it comes with one table, but then every other table is a DLC. So,
one of them had the Western one with the gal.
Yeah, that's Pinball FX. Pinball M, I think it's the Elder God, Wrath of the Elder Gods, but I'm not for sure about that. But anyway, all the other tables are, and if you like Pinball M is really good, and a lot of customizations for your play corner and all that stuff. You can hang things on the wall, and they don't. Polo saying Elder Gods. They don't clean it up for all. It's Pinball M for mature.
Polo also asking about getting the Marvel collection April 1, and then I see he says that's Pinball FX. So I take it what I'm seeing is the Marvel collection's coming out for Pinball FX. And if that's true, I appreciate you putting that information out on our show tonight, because that's what we kind of like to do, is let people know what's going on. And yes, if it has something to do with Marvel, mainly because my wife and I, as you've seen in some of my past videos, love to play, and she loves the Marvel stuff. So yeah, I will be getting that for sure.
Yeah, we tend to get all the pinball stuff eventually anyway. And now for these new tables, the Doom and Fallout and Skyrim, they didn't even release it on FX yet. So I think you can on Steam. I think you can only get it on Pinball M. But I double dipped it with Steam, Pinball M, and VR. So, but then, like you said, then we got it for free on Pinball FX and Pinball M on the Switch. So, in a way, I got them all for half price, right? Because I paid for 2 and got 2 free.
Right. I'm pulling up Steam real quick, Bart, because I want to see. I think they finally have let those out on Pinball.
Oh, FX. Did they?
Well, I'm going to check real quick. I'm hoping
Polo said it's a classic X-Men arcade game, 6-player online, plus a bunch of console Marvel games. No.
Okay.
I'm so far out of all that stuff anymore. I just been messing with the Switch, the Intellivision Sprint. I mean, not the Switch. Now I got Switch on the brain. I've been messing with that Sprint and the Atari because I never had an Atari before, so I've been messing with a lot of that. I'm just now getting back into the stuff that we used to do on a regular basis. Well, shit, I used to drive truck stim almost every day.
Yeah.
And I did my first drive today, and but I did manage to get in a poke it derrick on my backing up, so there's that.
I may have to mute my mic here in a minute, seeing what happens here. I'm trying to get Pinball FX. You know, that's the problem. I usually play these on my machines out there, my cabinets. Or I play them on the my little Asus ROG Alley, and if I don't get down here to the computer, they don't. It's got to update. I got to update everything before I can do it.
Yeah, Java says on here he's going to put a cheeky little score. He put Doom, but he meant Duke Nukem tomorrow. I don't know, Java. I don't know if you got to see any of my videos I did on that pack, the Bethesda pack, Doom, Duke Nukem, or Doom. Now I got it all missed. Doom, Skyrim, and Fallout. I did VR videos for all three of those tables, and before I played, I went to my friends list and I pulled up Java's score. And my goal was to get 10% of Java's score. So I imagine Java's going to jump into our tournament and play some Duke Nukem and give us all something to shoot for. Maybe all combined compared to his score. Hey, Retro Gamer 1977, what's up? Michael, how's it going? Good to see you. Oh, and Megan, if you're still here, sorry I had to bail in the middle of your stream. Megan went live earlier today. I was in there for a little while, and then I had to bail suddenly, and I didn't even get a chance. I didn't think I'd be gone that long, and when I came back, she was off. So, sorry, Megan.
Well, I just looked. You are correct. Pinball FX does not have those. I just was checking. For some reason, I thought they had come out, but you were right. I was wrong.
See, Greg don't trust me. You just... peanut butter Java time.
So this Marvel thing, I heard you guys talking while I was looking. It's Pinball FX though, right?
No. I think it's arcade game, console games, and so it's regular games. It's not pinball. Okay. And apparently the X-Men arcade game is going to be 6-player online. So that's pretty cool.
Okay, that sounds interesting.
Michael's in his hotel room. He's going to play Millipede and watch us. Oh, that's cool. He travels a lot. Yeah, he travels a lot. I started pulling out my stuff earlier. Easy, not like that. To try to get that blue flashing light to turn off. And I've discovered that if I pull out the Mortal Kombat cabinet, which now you can see the Mortal Kombat better behind me because I have it partly pulled out, but then I can't get my fat ass back there to get to the plugs. Once I pull the cabinet out, I can't get around it. So I think I'm going to have to move the Simpsons so I can move the Mortal Kombat so I can get behind the Star Wars. And yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, Megan was crying because I bailed on her stream. Yeah. So I gotta, but it's super bright. When I stuck my head down there, that's supposed to be one of those LED rope light things with a whole bunch of LEDs, and it looks like there's only one of them. It's just flash. I imagine one of these days I'll come out here and it'll just be off because it pretty much stays on 24 hours a day. Because I can't get to the switch to turn it on and off. This one, the Elvira, that turns on and off. It plugs into the PC. So when I shut down my PC, it turns that one off. But that other one up there, the Monster Bash, that stays on all the time too. Because I'd have to climb behind the machine to turn it on and off. The switch is behind there. And then the pinball light that Poe got me, it stays off all the time because if I turn it on, you can't tell what it says on the camera. It looks fancy. Whoa, I pushed the door open. But it just washes out when you turn it on.
Well, it looks like, let me click on this so I don't get the volume. Can you hear my pinball M table running when I got it running? I don't know.
I could for a second there.
Okay. But it looks like I'm the only one in the game right now. Just to let you know, I got 3,861,000 here. Let's see if I can do this.
Every time we go live lately, I get phone calls. It's the VA clinic in El Paso. They do town halls once a month where you can get on a phone call, and so I get those. Let's see, add to the scene. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Duke Nukem's Big Shot Pinball Classic Mode.
Yeah. So there you go. There's something to shoot for. I'm gonna take it off the stop sharing. It's not much excitement to see there.
That'll work. Yeah.
Well, I know what I had a question for. Let me back out of this, though. I gotta get out of this game. Come on. Too much noise here. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to do that more efficiently. But I have a question.
Okay.
Have you done any follow-up? Because I haven't, and I'm curious. I was in on that original Kickstarter for that Alice in Wonderland table.
Oh, yes.
And then I decided to pull out of it because I decided there was some other stuff. I think that's when I don't know, I bought something else instead.
Mm-hmm.
I forget what it was. But anyway, and then I never did follow up to see if it ever got released. And I haven't seen anything on YouTube. Is there?
People are just now putting videos up this week. They have shipped. Yes. And I watched two different people. I'd never seen them before. I don't even know how they showed up on my feed. I guess because it was pinball. And yeah, the one guy, it would have killed me. It comes in two boxes, right? The main play field and stuff comes in one, and then the other box has the back box, and the side panels, I think, also were in the second box. He got the first box on Wednesday, and he didn't get the second box till Saturday, and he was out of town for the weekend. So his neighbor had to go pick it up off the porch so the porch pirates wouldn't get it or something. And then he was able to put it together. And then I saw another guy, he was showing it and giving his little review, and his daughter started playing a game while he was playing, or while he was recording. And it looks really good.
Really?
Yeah, the artwork looks amazing. You know, they had remember in all the preview videos, they never showed the score window, the DMD window, whatever you want to call it,
right? Because
they didn't have any of that programmed yet. Well, now he showed some of the videos we're playing and stuff like that, and but it looks like they did a really good job on it. Now, neither one of these guys that I watched, they're not like professional pinball people, which we aren't either. But the one guy, he played 2 games, he never hit one of the ramps at all, so he just couldn't get it into the ramps, I guess. I don't know. It did look like the right out lane seemed brutal. He lost the first one instantly out the right out lane, and then he lost another one out there. I guess Rexer's going to do a live video at 8 p.m. Central talking about it.
I'll try to get in there and watch it and get in the chat, but I highly doubt it because, like I said, that guy's coming by today
Right.
Well,
I might
get rid
I
of
might
farm.
stop in for a few minutes. I won't be able to watch the whole thing though. Kelly's actually working tomorrow, so that we got a 4 o'clock alarm clock going off. So we'll be going to bed early tonight. But yeah, I'd be curious to see someone that's got a little more experience. You know, these guys' videos were awesome, but you know, I don't think they make pinball videos for a living. I think they just were showing off this new table they got, but it did look like it played well and all that.
And on Android.
Derek, I think you are correct. I don't think Zen has Pinball M on Android.
I'll tell you what. I'll take and look it up. I mean, I would assume. Of course, you know what assuming does, but I would assume that it would be on the Google Play Store. Am I correct?
I would think so. Yeah, but I really hope that Alice Goes to Wonderland table does great.
Yeah.
I did see someone said that B Kong, is that his name? He said his playfield had a little warp in it, up between the ramps, kind of near the pop bumpers. But the other people I saw, they said they don't have that. The one guy saw it, B Kong's video, and he said that that's how he knew about it. But his table was fine. But I hope it does well, because who knows, down the road they might, you know, make other tables. So
you know, Stern Pinball. Stern has been making what they call a home grade. I think they made a Star Wars one. Mm-hmm. That was the only thing that turned me off to it, was having these two actual pinball machines and hanging out at that pinball place down here. I found out the big difference in how they're saving money is they're not using a plywood playfield. They're using a fiberboard or something like that. And I've just seen in different threads on Reddit and places like that, okay, you got the price down, but they're just not holding the. I mean, I've got that 1977 Stingray, and I'm telling you what, that thing's just in immaculate shape. And you got to figure what that thing is. It's 50 years old next year.
Wow.
You know, it's got a plywood table on it. So, and it's funny though. I've had that whole circuit board, that solid state circuit board that's in the thing, resoldered. The you know, this gal that works on them, she knew how to refix a lot of the little solder joints in the board. Mm-hmm. She says that's what's causing the problem. But some of my pop bumpers, if you don't play it for a while, they'll start working. And then you play it for a while, and as the table warms up, they'll quit working. And then you turn it off and you play it again, and they still won't work. And then it seems like if the temperature changes, like the temperature, like over the winter, the temperature in the rec room, I don't keep it that warm down there, will start working again. So that's the only thing wrong with that table right now, is that it seems to be affected by either temperature or humidity or something that causes, and it's one or the other. One pop bumper will work and the other one won't, or the other one works and the other won't. And I just gave up, because it's still fun to play and it works half the time. Yeah. And it's 50 years old. I'm cutting it some slack.
Yeah. Yeah. I wonder if it's a solenoid on them, if they're just needing replaced.
Well, see, there's a test you can run where you can tell it to fire all the solenoids, and it'll count them up, tell you what number solenoids fire. And you can tell by corresponding. And when you set it to test the solenoids, they all fire.
Mm.
You know, so
wow.
The only thing that Android's got is Zen Pinball World. It's got Zen Studios Williams Pinball. There's also a Pinball Masters that if you have Netflix, this is weird. Pinball Masters Netflix. But if you have a Netflix account, you get it for free. If you and then they've got a Star Wars Zen Studios. So far I've seen Star Wars, Pinball Masters, Zen Pinball, Zen Williams, and Zen Pinball World. And I think Pinball World happens to be the latest one. Yeah, it's got the same logo on it as Pinball FX. But yeah, I don't see any Pinball M games on here at all.
Yeah. Jabba put in here, Kong didn't put the table together correctly. I did see both of those guys that I watched. There are plastic risers inside the box. And I guess the instructions don't tell you to take those risers out. They're just for shipping. And they're like, the front two, I couldn't even get the play field all the way down to where it's supposed to be lined up. And the one guy's like, so I just figured I'll take it out and see. And then I realized it's just packing material. And I wonder if that's what, if Kong had left those risers on or something, and then he forced the table down so it deformed it. Could be. I don't know. Pose says, pinball bastards.
Well, Pinball World just opened on my phone, and they do have now available Doom, Fallout, and Skyrim. So if you want to play on your Android device, looks like they've got, but again, like I say, I'm going back to everything on here. There's no, you see they got the Bethesda tables out, but no M. You know, it is kind of fun, though, to have that on your phone. I've sat in the doctor's office before, been bored, and somebody sitting next to me and go, what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm playing pinball.
Right.
Hey, pinball on your phone? I got an iPhone. Well, I don't know about an iPhone. I don't know where something.
Right. Yeah. So anyway, I probably will try to look up some more, a better, more in-depth video about that Alex Goes to Wonderland table, because it does. I think it came out beautiful from what I'd love to see one in person and get to play on it.
Yeah.
Then I'd really be kicking myself that we didn't buy one. But
yeah, especially if you see the whole concept of these guys was to make an inexpensive homebrew table. But you know, if it's not, it's supply and demand, man. I mean, if thousands of people want them, the price is bound to go up. I mean, it's just part of our system here, you know. So we'll see. And I do remember what it was I bought. I bought that X Arcade tank stick and the heptic kit instead of buying that pinball table. And I'm still kind of glad I did. I had that little dizziness problem, and I talked to my doctor. He said I could start playing virtual stuff again. He said, I'm not telling you not to do it. He said, I'm just telling you, though, if you start feeling like you're going to throw up, pass out, or fall down, stop.
That's good advice anyway.
It's kind of like, it hurts when I do this. Well, then don't do that.
Right. Yeah.
So,
speaking of VR, Walkabout Mini Golf has a new course coming out on the 12th. So there is a new course. It's part of the what do they call it? The traveling thing. So it's based on old school Hollywood.
Really?
So that will be interesting. Java said, if you want to play something different, download Project X Light Years. It's a bit like R-Type. Good game. $15 on Steam. Derek says, did you do the haptic upgrade yet? Drill, baby, drill.
Yeah, no, I have not. The box is still sitting up there. I have determined that I've watched videos on it, and I've read the instructions over and over, and I determined that one you need a lot of little tools, which Travis did buy me for Christmas. One of those tool kits for like even taking a cell phone apart. It's got the little plastic thing and little screwdrivers and stuff, all these little bits. So I got the tools for it. Now I want everybody gone from the house. I want to clean off the kitchen table and get like some towels laid down, because it looks to me like I've seen people that pretty much are good at that kind of stuff, and they say it's about a 2.5 hour job. And I know how tightly wound I can be. You know, somebody comes by, what are you doing? I'm trying to figure out if this goes this way or this way. Get away from me. So I want to wait till I've got some free time. Nobody's in my way. I got all my tools out, and I can not have somebody knock by and knock all my screws on the table. So I'm going to work on that. I'm going to try to get it going, but got to make sure my blood pressure stays down.
Right.
Post-style walkabout. He's all excited about. I tell you what, walkabout seems like one of the most stable multiplayer games that I've played with these guys on the Quest headset that I've played so far. I love the cornhole, but it seems like every now and then we'll be in the middle of a game and I'll go like, guys, Bueller, where'd they go?
Yeah. And the bowling works really well too. The few times that I've done bowling online, that works very well. And you just got to have the room for that, end up slapping somebody with your controller. But yeah, Derek says he looks forward to watching us play because he says we never invite him, but we invite him. It's just we don't invite him until we're on hole 18 already, so that by the time he gets there, we're done. Hey, Mike's Gaming Gala is here. Dinner is done. We can start now.
Oh, good.
Finally, we're 40 minutes into the show. All right, so we're going to start with a pinball tournament.
I can't help it. I dragged over here to look because I told you I turned the gong off so you guys wouldn't hear them. Still getting people texting me about this truck. And, it just drives me. I'm old, old, grouchy old man. My wife's a grouchy old man. This guy, first question, how many miles are on it? In the description, I put how many miles on it. And I took a picture of the odometer and put it in with the pictures. It's in there twice. I didn't want to tell them and write it. I wanted to show the odometer so people could see it and know. It's just, and we're supposed to be talking pinball, so I apologize, but it just drives me insane. How many miles are on it? Told you 3 times. I'm working right now. Leave me alone.
Yeah. Oh, VR pool game, Forever Pool. That's right. Yeah. Part of the Forever series.
Yes.
Yeah.
But, there was a pool game that came out on the Switch, and it was like every now and then I'll see something like $2 or $3 on this e-store, and I'll just buy it. And that pool thing on the Switch is pretty cool. I mean, it's got a pretty good game to it, so I enjoy that.
Nice. There goes the chat. Mike's Gaming Gala is here and well fed. Yeah. As long as he wasn't eating at Phil's mom's house, we don't want to hear about that.
No. But I'm trying to think anything else new going on in pinball. Like I say, we got the tournaments going on. I just don't think there's a lot of.
I tried to deflect, but I was too late. He'd already typed.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, that's all we need. Let's see, Poe and Mike to show up, and it'll definitely go south.
It turns it into Chat M instead of Chat FX.
I have to get my little hands out and slap you. Yes.
Nice. Oh.
Bart looks like he's wore out as I am.
I am tired.
Man.
It's been hot here, and then I had to do stuff outside today, so that, it's amazing. I say it's hot here, but today it was only 79, I think, for the high, but the sun was out. So you get outside in the sun, it feels really hot, but it's amazing how, in August and rolling into September, an 80-degree day will feel. Hold on, I got a phone call coming in.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
What's going on?
Hey, Kelly, put Bart on.
Hey, this is Bart. Is this Old Poe?
Yeah, I'm confused here. I turned on the TV and someone that looks like you is on right now.
Yeah, that is me.
Well, who's the guy that looks like me?
Oh, that's Greg.
Well, they're talking about Ping Pong M. I don't have that yet.
Oh, yeah. Ping Pong M. That's a whole different program.
Oh, Ping Pong M, no.
That the one he's playing?
It's Pinball M. Pinball.
Pinhead M.
Pinball. Ball.
Oh, ball. Is Dexter in the chat again?
No. Dexter's not in the chat.
Okay. All right, then. I wondered why it looked like you were on TV.
Yeah, we're on TV right now.
All right.
Hey, Old Poe, have you ever been in contact?
He couldn't hear it through the phone.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
He probably doesn't have his hearing aids in.
Well, that was kind of interesting for our second Pinball Fun show. We got a call from Old Poe.
Old Poe. Could you guys hear it okay?
I can hear it beautifully.
Yeah. I'm not exactly sure where the microphone is on this camera, so I was just kind of holding it over by there.
Well, I heard it great.
And in case anyone's wondering, Greg didn't know that was coming, and I didn't know that was coming. My phone went off. I saw it said Old Poe, so I was like, "Oh, that can't be good."
Is this about the time we should say the lines are open, folks? Call us at 1-555-555-5521.
Right.
You too can be on the air. That is a phony number.
Yeah. I keep on saying it, but then I don't do it. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow while Kelly's working. I'll come out here because those Google numbers you can get, right, for just having you can get a real phone number that's a Google phone number.
Right.
I'm going to figure out a way that I can pipe that into so we can do live call in and we can put on the streamer, call now, whatever area code, and put them live on the. Your mom didn't know I was coming either. That was funny, but
and you'll have to come up with a good area code too. I wonder if you can pick your area code.
I don't know. I had got one at one point when I set up all my stuff. I got a Facebook page and all kinds of stuff for Off Grid Arcade, and I had one of those Google numbers, but I never did anything with it. So I got to figure that out because I think that would be fun to do both here and on the show with Poe on Sunday night, hanging out. We could have people call in and be on the show.
Yeah,
we want to avoid the Rambo incident that someone we know had happened when he just put it live for anyone that wants to join in with the video feed. And next thing you know, the guy's whipping out his junk. That made for great television right there. But
well, I'll tell you what, there's one podcast that I watch. It's a more of a big name celebrity guy that does one, and he doesn't allow call-ins, but what he does is in every show they do voicemail, and what he does is he encourages people throughout the show that between episodes they call in and leave a message, something fun, not really like a question you can ask in the chat, but if you got something you want to bring up or something, and he'll play those clips at the beginning of each episode. He'll say, okay, now we're going to go to this week's voicemail and plays those messages. So that would be another way of preventing a Rambo situation. If you wanted to do something like that too, it's just an idea.
Yeah. Do you remember that, Greg, that incident?
Yes, I distinctly do. I don't think I was on that show.
Yeah.
Remember, I don't even think I was able to watch it, but I remember you guys.
Yeah, it was during one of his own live streams. It wasn't during one of the shows that we did. It was one of his own live streams, and he thought it'd be fun to just put the chat in, or in his pinned comment, he put the how to join in on StreamYard.
Right.
Yeah. Could you use the live chat on Discord? Probably could. I just thought it'd be fun to do the phone call thing with the phone number, because then we could put it in, people would actually call on their phone, and it'd be like the old school radio shows. You're live on the air.
I know something that we could do here. Let's I got a few minutes left. Let's try something new here. Let's see if I can make this work.
Uh-oh.
Let's let me. Okay, I think I've got it here. I think I've got it here. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see if you guys can hear this. Can you hear that?
I can't hear it. Oh, now I can hear the phone ringing.
Eat 'em and eat 'em. We beat 'em, you eat 'em. Go ahead.
Yeah. Hey, this is this is Pinball Fun with Greg and Bart. Is your refrigerator running?
I gotta go check.
Well, go catch it.
Did you just prank call old Poe? Oh, that's funny stuff.
Do you remember doing that when I was a kid? Years ago, I lived in a house that had an alley between us and the house is on the same block, where like 10 feet below ours, the grade level, and there was like a ditch that went down into this alley, and then you had the houses down below us. And there was a phone pole. But the phone pole was like, the top of the phone pole was almost level, damn near level with our ground. It was down below. So you could literally jump over there and catch those rungs that they had up higher. You know, you couldn't get up from the base.
Right.
Even back then, that was electronically savvy. And he could get on that pole, and he must have stole it from somewhere or got it. I don't know how he got it, but it was one of those hand phones that had a dial built into it with two wires, and it was a lineman's thing to test phones.
Right.
He'd climb that phone, and he could alligator clip those things onto these phones on that phone pole that was underneath this rubber thing, and he could activate somebody's phone in the neighbor, whoever's phone was connected to that pole. And then he could call people from it. So he was crank phone calling people from my neighbor's phone. So even if they caught who it was or traced it back, it looked like a neighbor was doing it. And he'd get up there and he'd, you know, is your refrigerator running? All the old cliche ones. You have Prince Albert in a can. You know, that tobacco. Well, you better let him out. You know, I mean,
yeah,
just crazy stuff back then. So I don't know why I brought that up. It's stupid.
Kelly says, wait, you had phones when you were younger?
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing, though. You know, it was a big deal when the answering machines came in. You know, the cassette tape answering machines, you know, big deal then. And then I'll never forget, you know, talking to, I mean, if my dad was alive today, you know, we talked back then when he was alive about, you know, someday they're going to have video telephones, you know, well, they went right past that. We got a Captain Kirk's tricorder in our hands, you know, and a communicator with a video phone and doing this stuff on the computer. I mean, it's just unheard of.
Yeah.
So Kelly's got a point. I do remember a day when the phone numbers had area codes, but they only had 6 digits instead of 7.
Oh, wow.
I can remember that.
Poe said it's called a butt set. I have 2 of them. I used to be a phone tech back in the day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There's a joke in there about Poe and butt set. I'm sure Mike will get it in a second.
Yeah, sure he will.
Mike said that you had to go to the community phone at City Hall. Is how when you were a kid.
Well, I think it was my second wife. We went to see her uncle that lived out in the country. And this is no joke. I mean, this has been in modern. I don't know. It's been still probably 35 years ago, but they lived out in the country and they still had a phone that you had to pick up and you cranked it.
Hmm.
And you go, and then you were on a party line and you'd ask Sarah or whoever the operator was if you could get a line out.
Wow.
And then you'd tell her what number to dial. And I know it was weird because I'd just gotten on the fire department. So it was back in the 70s. And also that phone would ring, a special ring, and everybody'd pick it up and they'd give you the address of where the fire was. And they didn't have a fire department. Just they rang everybody's phone, said there's a fire. And if you were available, get in your truck, drive over there and grab a couple buckets with you and start a bucket parade and putting out the fire. So it's, I mean,
wow.
That stuff did exist in my lifetime. Anyway. So, yeah.
Yeah. I'll tell you, technology advances with stuff, but caller ID did kill the prank phone call.
Yeah.
Suddenly you couldn't just make crank calls because they always knew who you were. But a buddy of mine in junior high school, his favorite thing, he would laugh so hard. He would call people up and say, "Hey, your cat is on my fence." And they'd be like, "I don't have a cat." And he'd go, "I don't have a fence." And he'd hang up laughing his ass off. It's like, the funniest part was that he thought it was funny. You're like, but he would call 10 numbers in a row doing the cat joke. I'm like, dude, you got to get a hobby.
There was a kid in our neighborhood that was a real jerk. We'd get together and we'd be playing basketball, and he might have brought his basketball. It's one of those kids that would, come over, and if things didn't go his way, he'd grab the ball and say, "I'm going home." And so we'd intentionally screw with him sometimes just to piss him off, and he'd go home. And this one buddy, the one buddy that was left, we had a phone out there in the garage at that time, a wired phone, but the buddy that stayed would go, he'd go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the phone would start ringing. And you'd pick it up, and it was this kid. He'd got home and he'd called my house. And he'd say, "F you guys," and then hang up. I mean, he just did, and he did that every time. Every time we played basketball, if he wasn't winning or things didn't go his way, he'd go home, he'd call us, he'd know we'd answer, and he'd go do that. So one day my dad was out there, and we said, "Dad, pick up the phone." And Dad picked it up, and the kid said it to him. And we were laughing. He says, "Who was that?" And I said, "It was David up the street." Dad just stormed off. Next thing I know, he's up there knocking on their door, just screaming at that guy's dad. And he called me and told me to. Yes.
Wow. Yeah.
That was a good one.
That's funny.
Well, if you guys got anything more for me, it is 2 minutes till 7. That guy told me he's going to be here at 7. He's bringing his whole family with him. I don't want to leave him up there coming in with just Travis and Cheryl there and the dog. So I think I'm going to call it a night. Bart, you can stick around as long as you want and say goodnight to these fellas. But I just enjoy. We've had our second show. We got a pinball table going. We'll try to get more organized, but it looks like we got some. We haven't found a whole lot going on right now, so we'll try to keep this thing going good. But I feel successful. We've got a good chat group. I'm thankful for the people that have been regular coming back to us. I know Bart can go through all the names here, but I want to thank everybody for just making this a good time. Don't forget to check out Bart and then Poe on Sunday nights on the old time slot at 6 o'clock. And I bid you all nobody said anything about my tiny hands. I'll bid you all a fond farewell with my little tiny hands.
All right.
Bart, we'll talk through the week and we'll see what we're going to do for next week. But we will be back.
Yeah. All right. Good luck selling the truck.
All right. Thank you, guys. Have a good one. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
And I'll just quickly, now this thing's halfway on my screen. Yeah, I'm just going to remind people the tournament's down there. Pinball M, any system you got that's not called the Switch, you can play. So PlayStation, Xbox, Steam or Epic. He set it up for 7 days, so it should go until next week. Also, Megan she's doing a tournament through her Discord She's doing bowling on Atari 2600. So check that out. Mike, what are you doing on Saturday? Mike has his show 2 p.m. Eastern time, Saturday afternoons. I'm not sure what he's going to be talking about this week. I wonder what he does. That hand, he's going to take pictures for his Christmas cards. That's what Deadpool was doing. Pierre downloaded the game. Nice. Yeah, so check out Mike's channel. Haha, Switch owners. Yeah, it kind of sucks though, because Pinball FX3, and you could play a tournament, all the different systems, including the Switch. But when they came out with FX and Pinball M, they decided not to let the Switch. And it's because people take these tournaments too seriously. And they would say, well, the physics are different on the Switch than they are on Steam, so it's not fair. It's like, yeah, but we're just playing for fun. So who cares? So Mike's doing Atari Homebrew Award games. Monday in television, Tuesday to be determined. That's on Diamax Retro Gamer. That's Pierre's. I didn't get a chance to add my list to this stream, but I will afterwards. All of my other channel, my other videos have a list. Pierre's channel is on there. Mike's channel is on there. Chaos. I think everybody I know. If I know you and you have a channel, I probably have you on there. Megan. But yeah. So 6:30 p.m. to 7:45 Eastern time is when Pierre's on Monday and Tuesday. And I saw Pete did a video today that he got copies of Beat 'em and Eat 'em and The Bachelor Party for the television. He got the physical copies. So that's pretty exciting stuff right there. Yeah, but they put Resident Evil Requiem on the Switch. Yeah, I think it's just because people take the tournaments too seriously and don't just want to have fun with it. I thought they should have all of the different things available and then, just put down what platform they played on. And if you want to be a butthole and say, I don't care that they beat me because they played on a Switch, then be that way. I don't care. But I wish we could all play in the same one. So let's see. All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream then, since Greg left, and I don't have anything else to talk about with my stuff. I did do a truck stim video for the first time in months. So check that out. I know some of you already did because I got the. Megan hasn't posted the bowling thing yet. Oh my God! I go promoting. Oh, see what happens. That's okay. And if you're not a member of Megan's Discord, I don't have a link to it, but you can find her on our Discord and all that. So thanks for everybody for showing up. Java, thank you for being here. It's late your time. Mike, I'm glad you were here for a little bit of it. And check out Mike's show on Saturday, Atari Homebrew Award Games. Check out me and Poe Sunday night. That's the place to be, hanging out with me and Poe. And then, of course, like we said, Pierre's on Monday and Tuesday. Casey's on Monday night. Mike and Phil will be back for the Retro Blitz Rewind Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern time. You got a good guest coming. So make sure to check that out. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace. That's my normal for my stuff. So I think what I'm going to do for the ending of these shows, at least when Greg puts me in charge, is I'm just going to be rambling on, and then